changing lives.
Welcome to the Law Chambers, where legal matters are discussed from a Christian perspective. The name, Anita Delight. We've had a lot of discussions so far. Do you remember some of them? Do you remember? So far we are in episode what? Exactly. And what have we discussed so far? Kaibi. And so what we want you to understand this season, as I've always said, is this. Understand the legal system. That's what we want you to understand. So part of the legal system, we have institutions, right? So today we have 3 institutions with us. What 3 of the key institutions in the legal fraternity. And so don't let me belabor the point. Just if you have any question, you know the number 0559680066. We need sponsors, please. If you're a sponsor, come and sponsor us, okay? We are open to you. So let me zoom in straight up. You are yet to test. Go and check the breast for any lumps. Please do. Pass through any hospital. Now, most of them are doing it for free. And just check to be sure everything is fine. Okay. Breast cancer is real. People are dying. All right. So let me zoom in. So today we are discussing understanding the legal system and the institutions in the legal system. So some of the institutions are here. Okay. So we have 3 of them here today. And if you have any questions, so you know where to send it, or it's social media, Facebook, send it there, I'll answer you. So let me introduce my guests. I'm a little bit in a rush because you see, I have so many questions for them. And so I want them to answer before we leave here. Okay, so bear with me if I'm in a little bit of a rush. So, my guests, 2 ladies and a very fine, 2 gentlemen and a very fine lady. Who posted now because say, hey, what is happening? Hey, it's just one lady. It's just one lady. So let me introduce them. Okay. So I have with me lawyer Michael Osei Quantin. Michael is with SHRAJ, Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, and he's worked with SHRAJ since 2007. That's for 18 years.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Over 18 years.
Wow.
In the fields of investigations and human rights. When it comes to training and facilitating programs for his institutions, he's top notch. In Ghana, outside Ghana, he does all that. He obtained his 2nd degree from Zenith University, that's the law, and then went to Ghana School of Law, and then was called to the bar. His 1st degree was from University of Ghana, where I knew him, and then there he was economics and philosophy. Interesting. He's a St. Peter's boy. Oh, we'll get into that one later. At Zenith, he was the 1st Law Students Association president, the 1st ever. Michael, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Ellie, for the
It's been a while.
Yes.
Since legal. I check. But how has life been?
It's been okay. We've been managing and we thank God we are alive over this period of time.
Yeah.
We are progressing, and I must say I've enjoyed this program. In fact, I've been following this from the initiation, so I'm glad to be here and I'm happy to join you on this wonderful stage. I'm looking forward to an exciting program.
Hey, looking forward to that. Exciting. You're also welcome. We are very happy to have you with us. So let me move on to my lady, the only lady amongst the 2 gentlemen. And she goes by the name Aisha Atta. Aisha is a state attorney with over 10 years of experience in the legal fraternity. She began her career in the private sector and then worked with several law firms. She's worked as a mediator and legal personnel with a number of organizations. And currently, she serves in the public sector handling civil litigation, arbitration, and she is part of the legal advisors to the government of Ghana. Aisha has a certificate in French. Bonjour.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Hey. Ça
va.
Ça va bien. Et toi?
Ça va bien, merci.
And no, actually, that's what it is. That's what it is. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I've always wanted to have you here. And finally, I have you here.
Finally,
Yes, thank you so much for
You're
honoring our
welcome.
invitation.
Thank you for having me.
And then I have a gentleman, lawyer Isaac Ochekuma. He's been a lawyer for over 10 years, and his practice includes labor industrial law, property law, succession and family law. He's a defense attorney, human rights lawyer with the Public Defenders Division at the Legal Aid Commission. He's with Legal Aid. Okay. No, yes, it's for free. He will explain why it's for free. And his focus is more on criminal defense. His focus at Legal Aid is more on criminal defense. And of course, my sign language interpreter, Tanya Mitchell, last week you didn't see him, yes. An incident occurred and God saved his life. Wow. And so we thank God for saving Atta's life. And Atta, we are so happy to have you back. And we thank God for saving your life. You can't do God's work and then you go down like that. No, it's not possible. God will not even allow it. So we thank God for his life. So now let's move on. So now, Isaac, let me start with you.
Very well.
You are doing Legal Aid Week. What's it about?
Oh, we are creating awareness about our existence. You know, one of the functions of the commission is to let the public know that we are there and then the kind of work that we do. So this time around, we are moving, or we are making the law more accessible to all Ghanaians. So we are not waiting or sitting in an office waiting for applicants to come to us. We are rather going to applicants. So we started on Monday. On Monday, we had our launch. Yesterday, there was a legal fair at the forecourt of the Law House.
Okay.
Then today, we had an outreach program. We went to Accra High School, so to educate the students about their rights, especially concerning the sexual exploitation against girls and women. We talked about that. Tomorrow, we are meeting at the Accra Mall. From Accra Mall, we move to the Medina Market to give free legal service to the market people over there. From there, then we come back to the office, and then on Saturday we have a health walk. So basically we are moving to the people who need us. That's all about the
I like that. That's interesting, because sometimes people come to you for legal advice and you realize you can't pay. You tell them, go to Legal Aid. They go like, which one is that? Which animal is that? And so I'm really happy that you are now Legal Aid is really going out there to really educate people on.
Sure.
But so how has the reaction been? Positive, negative, mixed?
Oh, it's positive. It's very much positive.
But do people know you?
Yeah, people know us gradually. Yes, people know us. But then we are creating more awareness. For almost every Ghanaian or anybody who lives in Ghana to know us, especially the poor and then the vulnerable who cannot pay for the services of a private lawyer out there, to know us, so that when the person is in trouble, that person will come to us.
We'll come back, the free, the poor, the vulnerable. No, we'll go into that one, that definition. Because if I don't have money to do something, but I still work, you say I'm not poor. That one I'll come back. So let me go to the old lady amongst us. You know, I'm a little biased towards ladies. Just allow me. So let me go to Aisha. Aisha was with the AG, Attorney General. She's a lawyer there. So Aisha, when we think of the AG, we think of the AG being the government lawyers. We think of them prosecuting. Can you let us know a little bit of these two roles of the AG?
Okay, so the Attorney General's office is Attorney General actually is the principal legal advisor of government. So they provide legal advice to the president and the ministries, departments, and agencies. And then they conduct prosecutions, criminal prosecutions, on behalf of the states. And then they defend the states or institute legal actions on behalf of the state in civil matters as well. So basically that's what the AG does.
Alright. So last week we dealt with civil matters or criminal matters, and we said that civil matters, it's your matter, you take it to court. But criminal matters will be
the states.
The states,
yes.
And so you'll be taking it up for. So why do we have some institutions like the police and other institutions taking up some of your roles?
So those ones, they have what we call like a fiat.
Okay.
So the Attorney General will give you a fiat to prosecute. You realize that the AG cannot be everywhere.
Yes.
So he has sort of ceded some of those prosecutorial powers, as it were. And then that's where the police comes in. But sometimes too, they take over those, what do you call it, prosecutorial roles. Yes. But the police does not act without the advice of the Attorney General. So that's why you have instances where the police will say, oh, we've taken the dockets to the AG for advice. Yeah. So they are working under supervision. Yeah. It's not like they're taking over the rules. No, they are being supervised. They're just being delegated to them in the meantime.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, so let's say, for example, there's a rape issue, they come to the AG for advice, and then they go like, you've not received the advice. 1 month, 2 months, you've not received 3 months, you've not received 4 months. Hey, how is that even possible?
That's possible.
How so?
That's possible because I'm not trying to downplay the issue. The fact is the AG would have several other matters to advise the police on. Often too, the police will not want to hear this, but sometimes too, the police brings these things late. Maybe also because they don't want to bring one matter at a time. They'd rather have like a pile and then bring them at once. But it's all administrative issues per se. It doesn't mean it's a deliberate attempt on either the police or the AG to delay matters, because you would want to investigate, you would want to understand the facts before you and prefer proper and valid advice, because you don't want to go and start prosecuting along the way. Yes. It will just end with a, what do you call it, nolle prosequi or submission of no case, and then your case, you'd have wasted resources and energy, and so that's all part of the delay. It's not deliberate. But
so you said something nolle prosequi. What is it? Submission of no case. What is it? Hi, I'm taking you there. Oh, okay, I'll come back. But we will be doubly proper. We'll be doubly proper. So that because it's Shraj, it's fair to also have Shraj through it. So, Michael, when you talk about Shraj, what's the work of the Shraj? What's their mandate? And looking at the legal system, where are you placed and what's your role in there?
Okay, Anita, thank you very much. Let me take you a bit back.
Okay.
To tell you or your viewers what the establishment of the commission is. So the commission is a constitutionally established body. So specifically Chapter 18 of the Constitution and Article 216 to 230 specifically talks about the commission, the functions of the commission, the appointment of commissioners, removal of commissioners, powers of the commission, and a whole lot. One interesting thing about the commission is that when we say we are independent, the commission is really independent. Independent in the sense that in the course of our performance of our duties or functions, we are not subject to any authority or persons. So therefore, it means that no institution or authority can tell us which cases we should investigate and which cases the commission cannot investigate. So that power, we have them, and that authority we also take. And again, when it comes to the mandates of the commission, we have threefold mandates. We have the human rights mandate, we have the administrative justice mandate, and we have the anti-corruption mandate. Under Article 218 of the Constitution, it tells us the commission has the function or the power to investigate complaints of violation of fundamental human rights, complaints of corruption and abuse of office, also complaints of administrative injustice. We investigate all these things. When you also come to human rights mandate as a whole, we have a lot of initiatives that under the human rights mandate. So let's say we have what we call the business and human rights. We have maintenance and children, the rights of children and women. We also have the disabled or persons with disability or stigma and discrimination setup. So under the human rights. When you come to administrative justice, the Constitution empowers us to investigate complaints of maladministration in terms of recruitment of persons into certain institutions. For instance, where police service or the army or the fire service or all the other services recruit in a particular way. For instance, they take a particular region. for that particular year of recruitment. So these regions are all people that come into the service. Then it triggers the mandate of the commission. But before you trigger the mandate of the commission under admin justice and anti-corruption, we need a complainant. Okay. And the Constitution also gives us the power to regulate, to set up regulations as to how we receive complaints and how we investigate them. And that's why we have the CI 67. So most of our functions, to trigger it, we need identifiable complainant. Okay. So if we do not have identifiable complainant, it is very, very difficult to investigate. When it comes to human rights, it comes to admin justice, and even for corruption, the only leeway we have is to investigate suspicion, okay, allegations of suspicion of corruption. But the other ones, we need identifiable complainants. Yes.
That's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
But let me zoom in with the identifiable complainant. Sometimes things are happening. Right now, look at what happened with the gentleman, the army guy who was beating the pharmacist and the lady. It's on social media. We can see it. Why are you waiting for someone to come and complain? It seems as if you're not careful, you will not be proactive in your work.
Yes. I think for us, on the outside, we might say that, okay, we want to work. So we'll go pick it up and start investigations. But we had an issue before the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court was clear that where it comes to our investigation powers, we need identifiable complainants. So the Constitution is specific. Investigate complaints. So complaints means that you need a complainant. And that complainant should be identified. It should be a person or an organization. It should have an address. It should have where you can respond to him or her or the institution. So if we do not have a complainant, there are certain functions or investigations we cannot do.
Can the complainant be your staff?
Yes, a complainant can be a staff.
Oh, then you can start and then use your staff.
A complainant, but you cannot be a busybody in law. You cannot be a busybody. You should have a locus or capacity to even being a complainant.
No, that's if indeed there is a matter that should be investigated by.
Yes, but it should be also a matter where you have interest. If it's for public interest, let's say, for instance, for human rights, the law says that we should investigate complaints, but we can go into search for education, public education purposes. But we cannot investigate and come out with recommendations where it will affect the respondent or the person who, in quotes, the violator or perpetrator of some violence.
But if the staff can be a complainant and you see something and you really think that it is worth looking into, then your staff can complain.
Everybody can be a complainant, but whether or not.
So it means that SHRAJ can do as if they really want to do.
No, SHRAJ can do it. That anybody can also do it. The public can do it. The public can see something. The public can come to SHRAJ.
Yes, and that's very, very important.
Yes, the public can come to SHRAJ.
And that's one of the reasons why we have the institutions here, that the fact that they are working, they don't work in isolation. They work with us. They need information. So if you see something, hear something, you see something, say something. Very, very important. Okay, so let me finish with you, then I'll go back to Aisha. On this particular issue of investigators who may be bribed, who are unprofessional in their work, how do you address those ones?
I think for the commission, I might say for all my years at the commission, we've not experienced such.
Is that possible?
It's very, very
You've been there for 18 years, almost
very,
2 decades.
Very, very possible.
And no investigator has...
Yes. No investigator has been alleged to have taken bribe or alleged to have demanded bribe.
Or acted unprofessionally.
Unprofessionally, internally, that's fine. We might receive a little complaint that maybe he's delaying or he has said something that is against the other party. These are the occupational hazards that we deal with. But where there is some specific, we have internal mechanisms where you trigger the complaint, it goes through administration, a committee is set up, where the prima facie has been established, you might be suspended or interdicted until investigations are completed. When it's completed, the sanctions come thereof. But like I said, I have not heard or even seen a staff of the commission. A staff of the commission.
So if you think that, you can report to.
And then, interestingly, we have offices all over the country.
And that's one thing I love about
it. I think
all the institutions here actually.
But we are in 16 regions Yeah, the 16 regions, regional head office.
Legal aid, how
We
many?
have 2.
Still 10.
No. We have more than 10. Apart from the 10 traditional
Ones.
regions, we are also in the other new regions. Not all of them. I think it's only one.
Okay, one
Yeah, because
outstanding.
when you go to Western North,
Yeah.
it's a new region. We are there.
Okay.
When you go to Bono East, Techiman, we are also there. We are almost everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 15 out of 16, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. So with legal aid, let me ask this question. Some people tell people come to you, obviously they don't have money, and then they come to you. What is the criteria? What do you look out for to ensure that, okay, this person meets the criteria for you to take the case?
When a person comes to legal aid, first the person comes as an applicant. So you are making an application for the commission or the institution to assist you to get either free or inexpensive legal service. So we have a standard form application form that you will fill, or we have our officers there who will help you to fill the forms. So you have to make disclosure: who are you, where you live, the kind of work that you do, the income that you receive, let's say at the end of the week, at the end of the month, or at the end of the year. So we have what we call means test. We'll use it to make an assessment and find out whether you qualify or not. In most cases, our target group, we are looking at the poor and the vulnerable people who are living in Ghana. So we use the minimum wage as a yardstick to measure whether you qualify or you don't qualify. I've been told that the minimum wage is less than 20 cedis. So even if it is 20 cedis times the number of the either 28 days or 30 days. Yes. So we peg in, then we get the amount. So when we get to know how much you are getting from your business or your
20.
employment.
So let's do basic. 20 times 30 will give us 600.
600.
So it means that if the person earns 600 or below, you might take the case up. But if the person earns 1,000, you might not take the case up. Or you look at it case by case basis?
We look at it case by case basis. You know, each case turns on its own fast. Yes, there are instances that somebody might earn higher than that, but we are still going to assist the person depending on the nature of the case. Then the Legal Aid Commission Act also gives us the power at times to ask you to make a contribution. Okay, the contribution not necessary, or let me say the contribution has not been defined by the act, but we are not looking at you paying legal fees. For instance, we are challenged, let's say when it comes to stationery, we don't have, let's say, A4 sheets or materials to print, then you can assist us with 1 or 2.
Is it voluntary assistance, or you ask for such assistance?
That's why I say that it depends on the situation. If, let's say, there are some people genuinely, they don't qualify for legal aid, but they can't also afford the services of private legal practitioners. So where do we put these people? So when they come, you have to discuss with them during conference. You let them know you don't qualify by looking at the nature of your case. This is a case that is going to help the entire Ghanaian society. So we are going to, or we can assist you, but then you have a responsibility, or you have a part to play. You come in by assisting us to assist you. That is how, yeah, that one goes.
And legal aid, I'm told that most often than not, when you go to court, you don't pay for any of your filings.
Come again.
You don't pay for any of your filings when you go to court.
No, if you are giving total aid, then that one, you don't pay for legal fees, you don't pay for the filing fees and other statutory fees, you don't pay for. So it becomes absolutely free for you.
But so you have a situation where you absorb some, you don't absorb some? So partial?
In most cases, in about 80-90% of the work that we do, the commission absorbs everything. Yes.
You don't absorb, you are not paying. it's the taxpayers we are paying, so that's why you absorb. All right.
The money is given to the commission. Okay, yeah, we know that basically it's a money for Ghanaians, but then it's been given to us to work for the benefit of others.
So when people bring their cases, you look at the merit of the case to be sure that this case, there's even merit to it.
Yes.
Before you take it up.
Yes.
But personally, I've come across certain cases, and I go like, the person doesn't really have a case here, but legally still takes it. So is it possible that? So how do you look at it? Okay, it's at your discretion, I guess.
Yeah, maybe you know, as lawyers, we've never agreed. And
that's why we're always in court.
Yeah. So at times, you think you have a good case, and I don't have a good case. But I know I have a good case. So at the end of the day, let's go to court and then battle. And then we leave it to the judge to decide.
And do you have a lot of lawyers helping with that? Because sometimes I hear you are so swamped.
No, we don't have a lot of lawyers. Even apart from lawyers, you see, nationwide, we are less than 60 lawyers.
Okay, for legal aid.
Yeah, for legal aid Ghana. In all the 16 regions, we are less than 60. Yeah, we don't have lawyers. So it's one of our problems.
But one thing I don't know if it was just introduced, but I've realized that some of my colleagues voluntarily work for legal aid.
Yes.
So if you're a lawyer and you want to help legal aid, you want to help, and you don't want to do your own firm doing that, you can liaise with legal aid to help.
Yes.
Those lawyers, you don't have a lot of them.
Yeah. You know, the
pro bono lawyers.
Yes. You see, when you check the Legal Aid Commission Act of 2018, that's Act 977, it talks about lawyers of the commission. One, we are talking about lawyers who are in employment, those that have been employed by the commission or Ministry of Justice. That is one. We have pupils or lawyers who are doing their pupillage. So they are also there, they are recognized as lawyers of the commission. Then we have national service persons or lawyers who are doing their national service. They are also recognized. Then we have other lawyers who might belong to AG or other institution and they are on secondment. They are also recognized. Then we have lawyers who are doing private practice and they volunteered part of their time to assist the commission. They are also recognized.
So all of these people that make up the 60?
No. I'm talking about the permanent. That one is less than 60.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about permanent lawyers, those who are in employment.
So if there's a lawyer watching us and is thinking, how do I help? What's the procedure?
Once the lawyer makes us aware.
How officially write, or there's a form to pick up?
Once you know, we also have external solicitors. There are lawyers out there that we assign cases to, so they officially apply to the commission that they want to be appointed as one of the external solicitors of the commission. So those people, they apply and they are given the nod. And then we have others. For instance, we have people who have already lawyers who have already worked with us before. So when they go, they still knowing the problems that we are facing over there. They still come for briefs for us to for them to assist. So that is what happened.
So the person formally applies, and then if you are interested in can an individual do it, or you're looking at a firm?
We are looking at individual lawyers. But then if a firm
is interested,
maybe if a firm is interested by bringing its members, let's say Total Legal Service, then
what's the name? No, I'll just pull your legs.
So let's say then you list the members of the firm that are interested in assisting the commission. Then
I think all lawyers should try and do that, like at least within a year, 5, 10, it will not hurt.
We would appreciate that.
Aisha. So when we talk about the AG, I want to look at some of the prosecutorial powers of the AG and if there are any limitations.
How do you mean prosecutor? But
So-
the AG is supposed to prosecute all criminal matters.
All criminal matters,
criminal matters.
irrespective of where. Are there any limitations? Are there any exceptions?
There are no exceptions.
No limitations.
The Constitution
that's
mandates because the Constitution mandates the Attorney General to prosecute all criminal matters. So as it stands, I think the general or simplest understanding is that even if you have a criminal matter and you are the complainant, it's not you that will take the matter to court.
Yes.
It's the AG that will take it
You
to
remember
court.
that we did that last week,
So
right?
all criminal matters, because criminal matters fall within the jurisdiction of the state. It's the state that would, in simple terms, put upon itself
To prosecute.
to prosecute.
So at your work, and you see there's some to the police and some institutions. So let's say, for example, there's a matter that has been reported to the police, a criminal matter. The police are they are doing their investigations, and you are not happy with one, maybe how the investigation is going, to how prosecution is going in respect to the court. Can the victim come to the AG's office or write to the AG concerning that particular matter? And if so, what's the procedure?
Victims do right.
I'm not surprised.
Victims do right, but as I indicated, it's on a case-by-case basis that the AG would decide to take some matters, because it's not every criminal matter that the state would on its own. They would probably cede some to the police, and there are some criminal matters that the state itself would need to handle, depending on the nature, depending on the public policy issues and all of that. Yes, so generally.
So if I think that the prosecution is going, how the prosecution is going in respect to a particular case in court is not...
Prosecution will analyze the facts of the case and then determine
if it's
the issues. Yes.
Yes. So what are some of the institutions under the AG's office? Because there are so many of them. there are so many of them, and I'm like, women in that's a lot of us.
Just about 6. You have legal aid, IOCO, Council for Law Reporting.
We come under Ministry of Justice, but not.
It's the same
but you
thing.
see
It's the same thing.
we are the Ministry of Justice and the AG is one office at the moment. It's not been decoupled.
Yes,
Okay.
it's one.
It's not separate.
It's one office. So you should talk about the AG's office.
So you have legal aid, IOCO, you have Council for Law Reporting, you have the Copyright Law Reforms Commission, Registry of Companies.
Office of Special Prosecutor.
Well,
That
Office
one
of the
is
Special
The Registrar
Not
General.
necessarily. Yes.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't say, but yeah,
In a way.
invariably based on the Office of the Special Prosecutor's Act
And the composition of it.
and the composition of it,
Yeah.
invariably, even though an act has established that particular office, invariably we can say, I would say the derives a mandate from the AG's office, but yes, invariably it falls under,
Reports
because
in
the
a way.
AG is still supervising, yes, more or less. But we'll have to,
That's a very tricky.
that's very
so let's look at some of these institutions for me, and how are they in the legal system? What role do they play?
well,
Legal aid, they were Canadian.
each of them, so like he said, because of the nature of his office of Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, so the office is supposed to ensure justice delivery, access to justice, and free and fair, generally justice delivery, good, affordable justice delivery. So each of these institutions have their role. So for instance, with the Registry of Companies, to allow for or ensure the registration of companies and institutions, copyrights to protect people's intellectual property. You understand? Then legal aid to provide legal services, affordable or free legal services to the vulnerable and less privileged.
IOCO?
IOCO. The
IOCO?
name is very telling.
Yeah.
Economic and organized crime. So they are supposed to investigate economic and organized crime, because it's a specialized.
They should have come under the police or
not necessarily. They are a very specialized institution because of the nature of what they do. Even though you might think that it's more investigatory, yes, but it's specialized because of what they are looking at. Yes.
Because when I saw the institutions, hey, when in
Who does so?
who does what, baby? The School of Law. Ghana School of Law.
That's for legal education. Even the general.
It's not naive, and I'm like,
And then there's the general legal counsel. So you
that
see,
is a powerful institution.
that's because you're looking at it not as Attorney General, but Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of
Yeah.
Justice. So it encapsulates everything
lot.
regarding justice delivery.
That's
in
that-
every-
that-
in
that's
every
an
sense
interesting
of it.
institution. Because you think you are AG as okay, they are just prosecuting, but the whole umbrella. And I think when I was reading around it, I was really fascinated.
No, it's
by
not
it.
just prosecutions and
Yeah.
civil. No,
Yeah.
it's
There's a
that.
whole
So we call these people the agencies of the ministry. So they are working to fulfill the mandate of the ministry, access to justice, free and fair justice delivery, among others. Except the judiciary. Judiciary is not part of the.
No. Hey, we can't add that one to you. Add that. You can't add that one to you. So, like, Shraj, when there was a particular case, yeah, you don't want me to be more specific. Okay, no, I don't want to be specific. So don't let me be specific. So cases are usually reported to Shraj, and Shraj does its investigations and everything. When you are done with the investigations, and you find the person culpable, that's where your power ends. Don't you think that makes Shraj a toothless bulldog?
No. It can never be. If only you want to look at it at the end results of prosecution.
Okay.
That because when you are done with prosecution, there is some result, whether you
Yes.
find the person guilty or not guilty.
And-
But there's a way. I mean, we do not investigate criminal matters, but there's some matters who have criminal element, but we will take the human rights
Human
aspect
rights.
and take the corruption aspect and take the admin justice aspect. And when we are done with investigation, which is full investigations, when we are done, we make recommendations. Recommendations, for example, if it's corruption case and you're a public officer, which we do investigate, we will recommend you being removed from public service. You cannot come back after 10 years or 5 years, number of years, which...
So when you
we've done
recommend
that.
like that, who executes it?
It is our power. When we give you that, you have to obey. You can only overturn it when you go to court.
Okay, so you are saying that when you give those
Recommendations.
recommendations, it's a form of a ruling,
It's a form of a ruling.
which will be has to be ahead unless the person goes to
Go to
court.
Yes, that's exactly. That's so.
It's not that you go to court to execute it.
No. We don't go to court to execute. We only go to court where there is an enforcement of our decision.
Yes, because if you say I should go and go,
No, that's when you disobey or you refuse to go. You understand? And of course, we make that recommendation to your head, so the head of the various institutions. So if you say, let's say, I don't want to mention any institution, but when you are in there and you're under ministry, we recommend to the ministry or the minister involved to take that action against you. So if you are under a department,
and if
you
the
also
person is the head,
is the head, you go. There's always a head.
there's always a head.
There's always a head. I mean, there's always a head.
There's always someone who appoints the appointee.
Who appoint the appointee. So we do that, and we make that recommendation. So if we also do cases on human rights,
Yeah,
and let's say for maintenance
yeah,
of a child,
yeah,
and the respondent refuses to maintain,
yeah.
we go to court
To execute.
to
Okay.
execute and enforce
To
that.
enforce.
Because the Constitution also gives us that power to go before any court where we believe that court has that power that we want to give us that remedy.
But that actually that's one area that I always feel as if there seems to be a conflict between you and DOFSU, because most often than not, when maintenance is not being given, whether usually it's the men, forgive me, some women too, but usually it's the men. When the men don't take care of their children and all that, they usually, most often than not, they usually go to DOFSU. Rarely do I hear someone say, I'm going to Shraj. So with your office and the office of DOFSU, how do you complement each other on these kind of cases?
Okay, so a lot of people come to Shraj. Yeah, I'll say it, then your viewers and listeners.
So if
yes.
Obama into is kind of Shraj,
Yes.
or
They
all
do-
the regions.
They do come to Shraj. But I think the difference will be that DOFSU has certain things that the commission do not have.
Certain powers,
For
they can
instance-
imprison them.
For instance, those things like the police, they have the blanket of the police. The police can take action against you or cause arrest or do those kind of things. And again, there's also a shelter in that aspect where there's a violence within the home.
the police
yes.
had the DOFSU. Yes,
The
DOFSU has that. But Shraj doesn't have that.
Shraj, we do not have such.
You don't have shelters.
We do not have shelters.
So when human rights issues are being reported and the person is still in that domain, how do you protect that person?
We do referrals. We do
As
referrals.
to social welfare.
I don't remember. There's ACT Foundation that has shelter. Then times I don't know. I don't know if they do have now, but then times we do. I mean,
that's a private.
Then times.
But Shraj itself doesn't.
No, Shraj doesn't. We don't have the mandate to create that shelter. It is not within our mandate, within our functions. The framers of the Constitution did not foresee that we should have shelter. But those that have, we do referrals to them, and they take care of that. But again, we do not do only maintenance. Let's say, for instance,
so give us some example of cases you do, so that people will.
So for Shraj, human rights, we do investigation.
No, break it down for me. Human rights too broad.
Okay, so
break it down. What are some examples?
Example like violations of your right by public officers in the exercise of their public duties. Okay. That one you can bring. So for every public officer, where you are within employment, and there's some violations of your right within, you can bring that to the commission. Again, we move from.
So if you are that woman and your boss is sexually harassing you, Shraj is there for you. Hurry up.
Sexual harassment. Let me state this case. Maybe I might want to bring it down, but let me say.
Okay.
Ghana Fire Service.
Yes.
Had a regulation that a female officer will not be dismissed within 3 years of enlistment unless she doesn't get pregnant. Let me rephrase it. It means that a female officer will be dismissed if she gets pregnant within 3 years of enlistment and employment.
Yeah.
So this,
that was a good one.
Yeah. So these ladies came to Shraj. There were 3 of them, but one left because she doesn't want to pursue that. So 2 came, and we did our investigations, thorough investigations. We went to court, and the court agreed with us. So those women were reinstated, and there was compensation that needs to be paid.
That was a good one.
They got compensation. So the commission really exists.
It's when they do one thing, it's a good one.
The commission really exists for all persons.
Okay.
Whether you are discriminated, you are in the minority, discriminated against, you are being stigmatized based on your I don't know sexual preference and those things.
Maybe race, gender, color,
and all that. When you are being discriminated against, you can come to the commission. We also have an online discriminating reporting system. Where if you do not want to come face to face to our office, you can do that online.
Okay, so can I complain about something when I'm not the victim?
You can, as an individual and also as an organization.
Okay.
You can do that. But like I said earlier, you need to give us certain qualities or certain things that we can work on with, so that we just do that. So we have the online, we have face-to-face, coming to our office, we take verbal complaints. Let me say this, it's not only those who can read and write that can come to Shraj.
Very important.
If you cannot read.
The same with other institutions.
And if you cannot write.
Legal aid, you can't read, you can't write, you can work in.
When you come to the commission, we'll write for you, and we'll read it to you. There's a jurat to say that these are what.
What's a jurat? Please explain.
Okay, so a jurat is is something that indicates that you, the person who came to us or who is writing, you were not able to read and write. So you are just thumbprinting or making a mark to indicate that you understood what was done for you and that you can stand by it anywhere it goes.
So give me more examples of, because the DOFSU is a new one for me. As in maintenance is a new one for me, because always I look at DOFSU, I don't look at you. But looking at certain cases like those ones, why will I pick you over DOFSU? Because as you said, they have powers of arrest and all that, and they can threaten and they can do. People are afraid when they are going to DOFSU, the police station. But when you tell someone to come to Shraj, the person will be shaking in any way.
So Shraj, like I said, our offices are all over.
The police is all over.
Our services are free. Free. When you walk in empty, with no money in your pocket, you can also come out. Sometimes
I try to tell the police something. I try to tell the police.
Sometimes
the police will be here next
you might even leave the commission with some transportation.
Wow,
somebody,
good.
if you meet a good officer, an officer that you explain things to him or her that this is where you're coming from, that kind of stuff like that. sometimes we do.
And they are free from.
Sometimes, yeah. So our services are free. So we start our investigation. So the commission acts as a quasi-judicial body, where we take things like the court does, but we don't have that judicial power to pronounce certain things. So we do our investigations. We call both parties. We hear you. You have your right to be heard, either by yourself or through your lawyer. Then we meet you. We hear you. We hear that. Then we continue with the investigations. We also have the power to subpoena documents or persons to appear before the commission.
That's a strong one.
Yes. Where in the course of investigation we believe that you have certain information that we need. And again, we can also go hard on you when you refuse to appear. We can subpoena you. And if you refuse to appear there's a contempt. Then we can go to court and enforce that contempt against you.
So it means you are not that toothless, are you?
No, we are toothless. She should not be in our dictionary because we've done a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Like we have investigated almost all presidents, not all presidents, but I think I remember President Kufuor was investigated. President Mahama previously in the previous administration was also investigated, and a couple of ministers, a couple of people also.
I think where I'm coming from is the fact that I've come into contact with Shraj in respect to my work once, and it took so long for Shraj to complete its work, and so we were forced to go to court. And when we went to court, the court said that we didn't come within time, and we telling the court that we had gone to Shraj. So you should look at it from that angle that a report has already been made to one of the publics. The court, they agree with it, and 3 hours out. And so on that day, I'm like, Shraj, what check? You understand?
And in investigations, just like the court, matters in court keep long.
The court, because of it's a little bit understandable, but with yours, it's not as if
investigations have to go. We have to do thorough work. Yeah. We don't just get up and come out with our report. We are doing.
You have to work within time, because what is the use of you bringing out the report when the harm has already been done? The person is dead.
No, but we don't get to that extent.
You don't? Okay, they don't get to that extent. They are in all the regions, okay? It's very, very important. So let me come back to legal aid. So let's say, for example, someone wants to report, for you to take a case for the person. Okay. Do you have an online post or something?
Yeah, we are working on that, but currently we do more of face-to-face or the traditional one.
So they should come to the office.
Walk in. Not necessarily you, the person. Someone can come on your behalf.
Oh, okay.
Then, in most cases, orders are also made from the courts.
Yeah.
Yeah, in most cases. Yeah. You go there and then you see that there has been an order from a court directing the director of legal aid to ensure that somebody gets legal representation. Yeah, so.
That's true. Do you do both criminal and civil?
Yes, we do both criminal and civil cases. Yes. In fact, majority of cases that do come before us. No, they are not criminal.
They are civil, because usually people want their money.
They are civil, and then the civil,
don't tell me it's a marriage bit.
Matrimonial. This year I've not taken my time to check, but every year when you check, more than 40% of all the cases that come to our page is matrimonial. Wow. Most cases are 42, 43, 40, 41% matrimonial. You see, my brother was talking about, or let me say my learned friend was talking about this maintenance issue. We also receive them a lot. Maintenance application. Oh, yes.
So when they come to you, they are thinking about you going straight up to the court on their behalf?
Yes.
So do you try to amicably settle them out?
Oh yeah, we do. Okay. We have divisions.
Okay.
Legal aid has 3 divisions. Okay. We have the Citizens Advisory Division. More or less, it's like the civil law aspect. So that division is responsible for disseminating information about the commission, create awareness about this and that. Then we have ADR division. So basically, we do mediation. We don't do arbitration, customary arbitration, and other aspects of ADR. But we do mediation. We have 70 mediators nationwide.
Wow.
So yes.
If someone wants to be a mediator with you and the person is a lawyer, a private person, the person can be?
Oh yeah, the person can come.
Okay.
We have some mediators who have LLB, and then others too have been trained. You know, we organize a lot of in-service training. Yeah, so we have the paralegal.
I'm a beneficiary.
Yeah,
You are
of legal aids mediation
While
while I was doing my LLB. Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
Oh, that's
So at times when you come,
oh, that's why I've got it.
yeah, at times when you come, we look at the nature of the case. We assess it. You know, there are some cases you can resolve it without going to court. So you explain it to the person, then we issue out invitation letters inviting the would-be respondent to come to the office at this day at this time for us to meet with the purpose of.
So when legal aid calls you, it's not as if they are judges and they're going.
Oh,
I got a
no,
case
no,
like
no,
that.
no, no.
Legal aid, they frame me. Almost say, relax. They're trying to,
Yes,
resolve it at the
we-
matter.
Yeah, we are trying to be impartial, yes, adjudicators by trying to resolve the dispute between you and then the other person. But there are some of them too that you get to know that mediation will not work. So that one, especially concerning the, how do you call it, the maintenance and then the custody thing, we put in, we go to the court straight away. Yes. To do it, yeah. When you come,
So-
my senior lawyer, Yvonne will be there. And then
Okay.
she'll be looking at that one for you.
All right. So it means so someone has a matter, the person walks to legal aid, or you can send someone on your behalf to legal aid. You take the complaints, everything. You issue a letter, invitation letter to the other party to come.
Yeah.
You try to amicably settle the matter if it is possible. If it's not possible, then you take the matter and go to court with it.
Yeah.
So right there, so if the person comes there, right there, you can make a decision and say, okay, you've taken up the matter, or the board has to sit on the matter to be sure that this person really doesn't have that much money, and so let's take it up. When is that decision made?
But you see, the invitation letter that we even issue to you will spell everything out there. That maybe Kofi has reported ABC against you. We are therefore, based on his claim, we are inviting you to come to our office at this day, at this time, to sit with us, together with him, with the aim of getting to know your side of the story and try to resolve it. So if the person comes and he's willing, the person must agree that yes, I'm submitting myself to the process before you can do it. If the respondent is not willing, then that one there's nothing you can do. Yes.
Then again, I'm looking at a situation where, let's say, for example, the person walks in, the person is about to tell you the story, but you have to first and foremost be sure that this person falls within the bracket of someone you can take up, because you're looking at the poor, the vulnerable.
Yeah.
So while the person talks to you is when you find out if the person falls in it, or when you call the parties and all that. So at what time do you make a declaration, this person will take up your case, or this person, you are above our threshold, so you're not taking up the case?
Okay. It's when you put in the application, as I said, we have our officers. They're looking at the nature of the case. The officers will bring you to the lawyers. So there's going to be a consultation, a conference. So you come and meet a lawyer.
Okay.
So the lawyer will give you legal advice. They're looking at the situation. Let's say you have a good case. However, you don't come within the people we are looking out for. So we are advising you to go out and get your own lawyer to do it for you. So that one, you get free legal advice. Yeah, so at the point that you meet the lawyers, that is where we take some of
so let me bring this. So let's say, for example, you're trying to amicably settle the matter, but the person who brought the complaint is the one being difficult. And you realize that, okay, looking at this particular matter, what we are settling on is the best form of settlement. But in a way, your client is not interested in such settlement. What do you do?
Oh, the person brought their case or his or her own case.
Yeah.
and he's saying that he's no more interested in the settlement. Then,
No, the person is the person is not interested in the settlement that's been agreed on, but the person still wants to go to court and wants you to take the matter to court for them.
oh, if it is a case that we can settle in office,
Yeah.
we need to do that.
But the person is saying the settlement, this one is ready to give 5,000. You think 5,000 is not bad in John J. But your client is saying, I don't want the 5,000, I want to go to court because I think I can get more.
Well, that depends on the
On the
person.
lawyer.
No, not on the lawyer. It depends on the person.
So if such a person demands that you do it for the person,
It depends on the situation. It's not necessary that as soon as you demand, we should do it for you. For instance, if you say that somebody is owing you, or let's say you've dated someone for 5, 6, 7 years.
breach of promise to marry, very important.
Yes, we do get them a lot.
very important.
We've invited the person to the office. The person has come and he has indeed agreed. The person has submitted himself to the mediation. He has agreed that he has breached this kind of promise or contract, and he's willing to compensate you. But you think what he's giving is less than what you're supposed
You
to
deserve.
you deserve. So that one, based on the agreement between all of us, if you don't like it, then you have the right to go to
But
court.
you will not represent them, or you might represent them.
Oh yeah, at time we
You
might represent
All
you,
right, so my
depending
time-
on the situation.
My time is almost up. So my question that goes to all of us is, let's say, what is the one service in respect to your department or office that you want the public to know, and the one thing you think the public can do to make the work of your office easier for you? So let me start from Michael.
Okay, so
In a way, we are concluding.
we are
with-
concluding.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, like we said before, have open doors, especially in our investigations and our services. Like we said, our services are free. All complaints, all violations of rights, all violations of administrative injustice, all corruption cases. And I forgot to mention conflict of interest issues. When you read Article 284, it talks about where a public officer conflicts with his private activities to get some gains. You can come to SHWAJ and make that report. And also under the Whistleblowers Act, SHWAJ is also empowered to investigate complaints of such. So there's that protection that you get when you report under it. We do all the cases that we mentioned. Our services are free. So for the public, if there are some issues that you have seen, some violations of rights, either be your neighbor or within your community, you can do the needful and do come to SHWAJ, and we will do the investigations. Where we need to cover your identity or cover your person, we will do that. So therefore, we can also reduce certain violations and certain activities within the community. We also do public education. One of our functions is that we educate the public on human rights across the country.
That's very important.
Okay, so with respect to the AG, the public needs to know that the AG has two divisions. The Office of the Attorney General has two divisions, which is the Civil Division and the Criminal Division. Civil Division will represent just state institutions. So there's no need for you to bring your personal matters by way of petition. When they come, we'll only refer you to legal aid. Or we'll tell you to get a private legal practitioner. Then you have the prosecutions. For that, when there's a criminal matter, you go through the usual criminal procedure, i.e. you see the police will take your statement, and then it will come to prosecutions for advice, and will be taken from there. There's no need to petition. The AG is here to work for everybody, and we'll do our best for everybody. The aim of the AG is to allow for access to justice and justice delivery in every form.
Thank you so much. Legal aid.
Yes, legal aid, yeah. We are out there, we are serving people. Unfortunately, we are so much handicapped. We are seriously under-resourced. So when it comes to office accommodation and other stuff, we are underprivileged. So the budgetary allocation to us is not enough. the Legal Aid Commission Act allows us to take gifts and donations. So we are urging the general public to assist us coming to aid, make donations to us. But then we are also urging the applicants who do come to us to be patient. You know, in most cases, people have notion that because they don't have money, when they come, you are not going to even handle their cases well for them.
Yeah.
And at times, like all litigants, when especially we meet in court and then they see me exchanging pleasantries with my learned friend,
can you imagine?
People think that you are going to compromise. So we are just urging our clients to be patient with us. And you know, once it is free, you know that a lot of people are coming to apply for our services, and we are few. I've just been told that the lawyers nationwide, we are 45. Wow. And then our mediators are 75, and then we have 70 admin staff. So the whole Ghana, the whole Ghana, we are less than 200. The whole Ghana in 65 districts.
And it's free.
Yeah,
look at the number of Ghanaians.
Look at the number of Ghanaians who are coming there. At times,
your time is over. You have less than a minute to wrap up. I understand. Less than a minute to wrap up.
Thank you very much. So that's all that I'm saying. So our clients should be patient with us.
Yeah, very important.
And then support us.
Very important.
In whatever way they can. We're also inviting the general public to come to our aid. Legal aid, we also need aid.
Very important, very important. So, you know, time is fast spent. So let me just summarize it like this and say, ya kasa people say, now you kind of say legal aid for about say, AG, Attorney General and Ministry of Justice for Hasi, Shraj for Hasi. Omuni and no more can be brain. So Shraj say human rights matter bia. Say bia ukunu so oma oba akon mama by the way no nya ultimate ko ho say wo office na obi yenyeme bia hawa, you know, in terms of your rights or your breach here ultimate ko ho into anything in respect to your rights, any conflict in ultimate ko ho free ura ho no ma o fill forms na we are crying on your papa problem transportation for free my men yes sir free legal aid so u call mama omo lawyers of our government needs to moka so money cases free man nkofo utimi ko honom ene omo ko bonkomo wasem no ko mutimi free nkofo yenka mutimi di wasem no ho ama na ye fine itimi ye fine den no no na yes omo timi de wako omo de be court ama no ma ye case ni ama free inti ni nyama we ni na ho na Attorney General so ka chen say a back of prosecution now omo ejuma ino more advice the government on civil matters inti bi assembly a police station na o ye call Attorney General this e ko because case ni your momo de no mama police for the powers ka kra the police for na ya so mo call back e ko advice nje ya o ti sa nyama na sa na mema na ha no kra but say too much there omo say to utimi get in touch to ensure say ebe speedy ba ejuma ne doso nti kakra onti asia no ebisa na yeko kakra nti unni scan e buze mini scan mini lawyers ka so lawyers avoiding no cry lawyers avoiding no cry ba free nyema bebre ho institution bebre free legal aid the whole country or 15 regions stretch or all the 16 regions the region will be out in room ko honum na nem ko bon komo unya sure all the room na ko bon komo no mbo onu ontimi mbo obetro bibia ko pasho asiase ni mbo abo en ho sa akakra. So in summary, we had these three great institutions with us, and they've done marvelously for us. All your questions, I've seen them. My time is fast spent. Forgive me. Until next week, it's adieu from us.